Welcome to the 2011 Michigan Works Alumni Celebration. Michigan Works agencies are beacons of hope in their communities.
Staying on this course of relentless positive action we are committed to, because right now we're at a point where we do need to reinvent so much of what we do.
We've got to find those companies that are looking, we've got to find the individuals that are looking, and we've got to find creative ways of connecting them. I just want to offer up my commitment and the governor's commitment to work with this organization and all of you to ensure that we have the best and brightest talent available to serve the companies that we're all trying to serve.
We have one more recipient today, last certainly not least, of course, Guadalupe Gonzalez. Guadalupe is brought to us by our Capital Area Michigan Works, the local chapter here in the Lansing area. She works at the Ingham Regional Medical Center, and presenting her with an award is Representative Joan Bauer.
This is just such a pleasure for me to be here today and have listened to the stories so far, but to be here to offer tribute and congratulations to Guadalupe Gonzalez. And it's a little bit even more special because she and I actually worked together for a while. I was the Director of Volunteer Services at Ingham Regional Medical Center now I was there 21 years, but during the time when Guadalupe was also working there, when she was a nurse's assistant, unit coordinator. And so I know how hard people work in a hospital. And I am just so pleased, gratified that Guadalupe has, through Michigan Works, gone back, completed education. She is now a nurse. And so not only is this a wonderful, really addition to her life that she has a degree, a better hope for her future. But when I think of all of us, she went into a field that is so important and where we need good people in healthcare. So I am just absolutely thrilled as the state representative. She lives in my district. I'm so proud to have people like this as my constituent. I have a tribute that I am going to present to her from myself, her state senator, Gretchen Whitmer, and it's all signed, also signed by our new governor, Rick Snyder. So again, congratulations and best of wishes to you. And I'm so proud to have had the chance to actually work with you in the earlier part of our careers.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. And I'm a darn good nurse, too. First of all, I'd like to start off, as always, just giving all the thanks and all the praise to God, because I would not be here today had it not been for his constant reassurance and comforting in my life personally. I'd also like to thank Keisha McKitty for always smiling and saying yes whenever the school would spring upon me a new fee. She was always very encouraging to me. I was, at that time, I've been married since. Really, that happened rapidly too. But I was a single parent for 7 years. Ended up marrying my ex-husband in October again. But I was a single parent for 7 years. I did do the schooling as a single parent, and it was very challenging. I would like to also thank Peckham just for contributing the allocating the proper funding needed to help people like me get to the next level. And then I would just like to share a little bit about myself personally. I've summed it up in a nice little story. Once upon a time, many years ago, about a half an hour away from the border of Mexico, there was a little girl who was born into a struggling family, also of a single mother of 11. Dysfunction would be the best that this little girl could have hoped for in her life. However, despite many obstacles and barriers which were inherited as this little girl's birthright, and against all odds, this little girl began to realize that there was more to life than what she was raised to believe. Despite a few wrong turns and not so wise choices, this little girl began to grow and blossom until one day she realized who she was and who she could be. And furthermore, one day she realized that she was me. Because of organizations like Michigan Works, I no longer live a life of mere existence. In place of the poverty I inherited, my children and generations to come of my lineage will inherit a life of possibilities, prosperity, and success. They will always know that they can do more, that they can always acquire more, and that they can always accomplish more. Thanks to Michigan Works, I am thriving in this life. I am a new person. I have reinvented myself. I thank God. I thank God for creating and for putting it on people's hearts to create organizations and programs like No Worker Left Behind. The Bible, one of my favorite books, states, and this is a paraphrase on my part, but it says that with a small amount of faith, you can move mountains. However, it never said once that you would not need to dig to move this mountain. And for that, I thank Michigan Works for providing me with that shovel. That's pretty much it. Thank you.